Thanks for joining us for Your Voice, Your Stories. I'm Cara Burnett. Each week we highlight important issues impacting your community and introduce you to people working to make our neighborhoods better. Here's what we have for you tonight. When it's hard making ends meet, paying your rent or mortgage is a challenge. Furnishing your home can be even harder. The nonprofit that's helping families turn houses into homes.
NIL has been such a game changer for college athletes, but it's also benefiting local businesses. Coming up, you're going to hear from the owner of Bagel Works after they partnered with their first female athlete right here at Towson University.
But first, a historic chapel in Catonsville is opening its doors with a new purpose. Its new operators hope it will be a place for folks from all over to come together and enjoy. Here's WMAR 2 News' Jack Watson.
My passion for the village is 40 years rooted here in Catonsville.
Northern Virginia native Kirby Spencer fell in love with Catonsville in the 80s and has been well involved here ever since. On Frederick Road, we're in a building that many born and raised here have never set foot in. Thousands of Frederick Road drivers pass it every day.
I made the decision to go forward with my vision, and this is where we're at. And we just had our ribbon cutting in our open house, and very exciting. And feel like this space is something that the community deserves to enjoy.
It was built in 1880 and hosted several denominations. Modern congregants couldn't keep the space, and Spencer acquired it a few years ago, calling it simply the chapel. It opened earlier this month. Spencer envisions weddings, art exhibitions, nonprofit events, high school reunions, and community gatherings. What you're hearing is the oldest operating pipe organ in the area, which can play Here Comes the Bride in a space that marries yesterday and today.
I hope that they feel also some pride and joy that this feels like their venue too.
Catonsville native Julia Hahn is the venue manager.
My kids go to school here, I live here, I work here. I wanted to be involved in something that was really beneficial for the community and putting money back into the community. All the vendors on our vendor list are local.
The hope is for folks from all over to come by for monthly tea and for their own events, which some have booked for as far out as fall of next year.
Now I feel excited because the public has actually had a peek and they're excited. And that, of course, reaffirms some of my initial wishes. But it's very, very exciting to realize that this space will be here 100 years from now.
Between electric, foundation work, and much more, plenty of time, effort, and money has gone into building up the venue. It's an investment the folks here hope will pay off for 21228. In Catonsville, Jack Watson, WMAR 2 News.
There's a new kind of wood that's even stronger than steel, and it's being made right here in Maryland. WMAR 2 News' Blair Sable headed to Frederick to see if it's the real deal.
I would say we're making diamonds out of wood.
At this nondescript corporate office in Western Maryland, poplar wood goes in and Superwood comes out.
It's very beautiful. It's gorgeous, actually. And it looks very shiny, and it's very smooth when you touch it. And when you smell it, smells really good, actually, like chocolate.
This product is not only beautiful, but it's incredibly durable.
It's still 100% wood. That's up to 10 times stronger than steel at a sixth of its weight. I was able to easily pick up a beam, but its steel counterpart, not so much.
I don't even know if I can. Oh, okay. Yep, that is
quite a bit different.
And while testing out the difference in the strength of the wood, before and after processing, whoa! The cinder block broke before the Superwood did.
And there's a little mark on it, but it's hardly dented if you feel it.
It was actually invented by mistake by Professor Lian Bing Hu while doing research at the University of Maryland.
It was not originally planned, but doing the research, and very often you get a surprise result.
And that surprise has turned into an entire business, InventWood in Frederick. They use heat and pressure in part to achieve the final product, but the exact process remains a secret, with more than 140 protected patents.
Whether it's fire resistance, whether it is extraordinary strength, whether it is extraordinary durability, our scientists can modify the wood at a molecular level, while densifying it and create Superwood.
President Jonathan Strimling joined the company 6 months ago.
It's like having an opportunity to participate in the Olympics.
And though it became available for commercial use only a few months ago, he says they're working to scale up as fast as they can.
The demand we're seeing here is off the hook. It's far beyond anything I've seen in my life.
It's from architects and beyond, aerospace industries, and even for musical instruments. It's seen as a way to replace steel as a lower carbon option or a sustainable alternative to critical materials like aluminum. They now make siding, decks, doors, and more.
It used to be that you had to choose between the beauty of wood or the durability of synthetic materials. And what we're doing is we're eliminating that compromise.
This is just the beginning of many possibilities. Very excited and also very anxious to see what actually people can use it for.
The goal is to eventually build entire buildings, even skyscrapers, out of this material, but that goal is a few years away. In Frederick, Blair Sable, WMAR 2 News.
NIL has benefited so many college athletes across the country, but it's also doing wonders for local businesses. I caught up with the owner of Bagel Works after they signed their first female athlete right here at Towson University.
It's a family-owned business. It's run and operated.
For 26 years, Samantha Jean Cola and her husband have owned Bagel Works.
We want it to be like the bagel shop next door.
With NIL dominating the college landscape, Jean Cola wanted to get involved.
The number one reason is because we really genuinely care about these athletes. We're there to help them through school, to help them write resumes, the things that they're going to have to do after college sports.
But their partnership comes with a twist. Where most NIL partnerships compensate with money, athletes here get free food.
We took a different approach because we're a small business. We don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to give out, in all transparency, but we have a great product. So we were confident in that. They also recently partnered with their first female athlete, Towson women's basketball senior, India Johnston.
Their food is amazing, so I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And then another part, money isn't everything, you know, like another way to my heart is food, to be honest.
It's been a valuable partnership extending beyond money.
I just like the way they carry themselves, and I really like what they value, you know. It's rare to come across really nice, genuine people, and not only do they say they support me, but they were at home games, like not just one, two, they're there, you know, and to see that not only their words but their actions, they support me, they're very respectful.
Johnston and the Tigers women's basketball team played their first game November 4th at Virginia Tech. For Jean Cola, she says Bagel Works remains excited to partner with student athletes throughout the Baltimore community. I'm Xavier Wary, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Megan Knight in Howard County. This facility filled with furniture and other household products is all part of a nonprofit that's helping families to turn their house into a home.
We want to give back dignity, respect, choice that has been taken away for whatever reason.
And Betty Pearson and her team at Home of Our Own are doing that in this 17,000 square foot building, bringing in donated furniture and household items that go right back out to the community.
And we help people who are dealing with homelessness, our veterans. We help families who have dealt with house fires.
Betty started giving out household wares and appliances right from her home.
So I had a 2-car garage that was kind of empty. So I started to fill it.
That led to storage units and eventually this massive building. Home of Our Own works with families referred to them throughout Howard County to furnish their space.
A couch, end tables, lamps. A lot of our homes have no ceiling lights, so our families are living in the dark until our lamps come. Bathroom items, towels, a shower curtain, simple things that I think we take for granted.
The nonprofit has seen steady growth over the last few years in both donation pickups and deliveries to families, serving 147 households last year, including 215 children.
We're a very rich county, but we still have a lot of needs that I think most of our community is not even aware about.
Home of Our Own is run entirely by volunteers who pick up and drop off the donated goods, sort and organize them, and coordinate with the families.
Our payment is smiles on people's faces.
This one?
That payment can also be squeals of delight, like these two girls seeing their bedroom for the first time filled with furniture and decor they can call all their own.
If we get busy or feel pressure, it helps me to think about those, because that just brings it all right back to us, that's what we need to be doing.
For more information on how you can donate to Home of Our Own or become a volunteer, we have a link to their website at WMAR2news.com. In Howard County, I'm Megan Knight for WMAR2 News.
They had her name, address, a fake court summons, and the caller ID said it was the sheriff's office. The convincing scam targeting Harford County residents.
A Marine veteran's cold IPA is doing more than quenching thirst. I'm Sayara Williams, your Voice for Veterans reporter, and I'll tell you how a Howard County brewery is fighting to stop soldier suicide.
Subscribe to WMAR2 News on YouTube for daily videos. Download our app on your streaming device and watch WMAR2 News any time of day. You're watching WMAR2 News, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back to Your Voice, Your Stories. A Harford County couple believed they were talking to the sheriff's office until the deputy on the line nearly talked them out of thousands of dollars. And before you say I would know better, well, they thought the same thing. WMAR2 News' Mallory Safaste shows how scammers are stepping up their game to fool even the most cautious. Because if it's a matter to you, it's a matter for Mallory.
The caller had the couple's names, home address, even details about a court case in their community, and convinced them to pull more than $7,000 in cash. But right before they handed it over, they realized something wasn't adding up. The phone rang, then rang again. On the third try, Nicole Markland figured she should answer it.
He said that he was an officer with Harford County Sheriff's Department. I was supposed to show up as a character witness for a case the day before.
Since she missed court, a judge issued a warrant for her arrest. Nicole was skeptical until the caller confirmed key details.
They had my full name. They knew the address.
Your home address?
Mm-hmm. They had my complete address.
The officer told her to report to the Edgewood precinct.
Why would a scam send us directly to a cop?
Her husband Joe got pulled in and believed it too. The officer then gave them two options. Nicole could be detained up to 14 days or pay a $7,500 bond before arriving. They chose to pay.
I leave the bank, I get in the car, and I said, now where are we supposed to go? And he says, well, there's bond posting terminals in public places all over the place because there's people that need to post bond when the courthouses are closed.
That sounded reasonable until Joe looked up the address and saw it was a gas station.
So I even said to the officer on the phone, this feels like a scam. And he says, I'm glad you asked. It's perfectly legitimate. I'm glad you want to verify. Give me a second and I will call from the Harford Sheriff's line direct now.
And this appeared on Nicole's caller ID. So they continued to the kiosk.
I'm looking around, I'm like, I see an ATM, I see soda machines, I see a lottery machine. This isn't right. And then they're like, oh, well, it'll say something along the lines of kiosk or something like that. And we're like, there's a Bitcoin kiosk. And they're like, yeah, that's the terminal. And we both are like,
I'm on the phone with him, and I was like, I'm not doing it.
They drove directly to the sheriff's office, who confirmed it was all a scam.
If you have an open warrant, we might be reaching out to try to find you, but you're never going to be able to satisfy that warrant by going to buy gift cards or sending cash right away. We will never ask you for money.
Harford County Sheriff Jeffrey Gaylor said they've received 14 reports this year, with victims losing nearly $80,000.
Just on the police-related scams this year, and those are just the people who have reported it to us. The average victim loses just below $5,000 to one of these scamsters.
And it's hard to police. Many scammers operate from overseas call centers, and the sheriff can't stop them from spoofing their phone number.
This is one of those types of things where one call taker goes down, there's 10 others ready to step up and take their place and create more victims.
They just sounded like police officers. They had police chatter in the background. It sounded like an episode of Cops,
The sheriff said it's easy to collect convincing details online. The Marklands just never thought they'd be the target.
When you look back, you know it's a scam when you're hearing it because we found out it was and we caught it. But when you're in it, there's nothing you can do besides verify as much as you can.
If anyone calls claiming to be law enforcement or a company demanding payment, hang up. Then call them back directly with the phone number on their official website, not the one they give you. In Bel Air, Mallory Safaste, WMAR 2 News.
And Sheriff Gaylor said if you're a victim of this crime, it's important to report it. While it's challenging to catch these scammers, they have made arrests in certain cases. Now, if you scan the QR code on your screen, this will take you to Mallory's full report. She has more information on the red flags with law enforcement impersonation scams. And if you have a matter for Mallory, you can email her at mallory@WMAR.com or find her on Facebook and X.
I'm Sayara Williams, your Voice for Veterans reporter, and I got your 6. A Howard County veteran is using his craft to serve a new mission, brewing beer that honors service while also saving lives. At Manor Hill Brewing in Ellicott City, the day starts early. The sounds of stainless steel and the smell of malt fill the air. For Brandon Miller, this isn't work, it's purpose.
I was in the Marine Corps from 1992 to 1994. I was an engineer, so a lot of logistics, support, and teamwork go into that. A lot of good things came out of it.
That same discipline, that same teamwork still drives him today. On this 54-acre working farm, Miller leads the charge as Manor Hill's lead brewer.
Rolls over into my job here with teamwork, and support and logistics are a big part of what we do here as a team.
But there's one beer that means more than most, a brew inspired by service and born from brotherhood.
It started out as just kind of tongue-in-cheek. We make it with red wheat, white rice, and blue corn. So we had the red, white, and blue. And it was just kind of like a fun, thing to talk about and design. And then when I came on board here at Manor Hill, they wanted to go ahead and make the beer. And so I got to bring it to fruition, which I'm very thankful for.
It's called I Got Your 6, a cold IPA that honors veterans and supports the nonprofit Stop Soldier Suicide.
When we decided that we were going to do a Veterans Day beer, the one thing I wanted to do is work something into it that was actually giving back. So with Veterans Day, first and foremost, it is a celebration of veterans and us getting together. But with that, there's a lot of veterans that have mental health issues that need to be worked out.
Each pour, a reminder to check in, reach out, and lift up those who served beside you.
My hope is when somebody comes here to the farm or gets it out at a bar, picks up a 6-pack at the local liquor store, that they remember, have the beer, enjoy, celebrate Veterans Day, but then also in the back of your mind that know that the fight's not over.
Manor Hill's I Got Your 6 returns November 7th with all proceeds supporting Stop Soldier Suicide. For now, in Howard County, Sayara Williams, WMAR 2 News.
Mr. Monopoly has arrived in Baltimore. Which local favorites made the cut on the city's custom Monopoly board?
Like WMAR 2 News on Facebook. Follow WMAR 2 News on social media for daily content.
The wait is over, the time has come. Sites from all over Baltimore have charmed their Hun hives off for a spot on the Baltimore edition of Monopoly. Let's go find out who came out on tops. Mr. Monopoly donned his top hat to show Baltimore some love.
And it honors the creativity, imagination, and Baltimore's artistic soul.
And game manager Tim Barney from Top Trumps USA delivered a game true to our Chesapeake identity.
Well, we talked about blue crab a lot more than any other city, that's for sure.
At the reveal party hosted at Power Plant Live, representatives from every player on the board received a card showing their place.
All of the different businesses, organizations, landmarks, everything that the Baltimore folk have said that they want to see in the game, we have selected and put into this Monopoly to make it completely custom for this community.
This community has been a part of the game since its beginning.
If you're in Baltimore, the birthplace of the American Railroad, how could you not have the B&O? We are the iconic piece.
Chris Holland from the B&O Railroad Museum is thrilled that the city's unique history is represented.
Getting into people's homes, having them play the game, they learn about us. While we know we're the first railroad in the country, most people know us because we're on the Monopoly board.
Organizations like the National Federation of the Blind, local businesses like Miss Shirley's have all found their place in the Baltimore community chest. Passing go to the next player, Mike Evans from the Maryland Zoo tells us they chose to represent their own tuxedoed character, their black-footed penguins.
The habitat that they live in just celebrated an anniversary last year, and we're actually about to turn 150 as a zoo in 2026. So this seemed like a really iconic animal that's very special to our zoo and special to Baltimore.
Hailing from East Baltimore, Christopher Fletcher, representing the water taxi, sums up what makes this city the perfect community for its own Monopoly game.
Personally, I feel like I could have woken up every day and walked down the same street and met new people. It's almost like a new beginning every day in Baltimore.
Well said, Christopher. And with that, maybe venture around town to some of these local treasures. You'll be able to find your own copy of this iconic game.
We come here, we found a really unique spirit, a lot of great energy, people with a lot of pride, and it made it for a really great game.
In Baltimore, Christy Harper, WMAR 2 News.
If you have stories you'd like us to cover, we want to hear from you. You can email us at storyideas@wmar.com. And that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in again next week for your voice, your stories. I'm Cara Burnett.